here in Philly. Give me a minute. Wait till I give you a tour of this arena. Oops, sorry. Sorry for the finger. It's a nice arena.
You're going to hockey, right?
Okay. Hold on. Guys got any questions? Okay. Questions. Any questions? Okay. Let's see here. See your comments. Big roof tonight. Well, like I said on our Discord, I can't think of a better way to get this team ready for the playoffs than by playing against really strong defensive teams like the Sixers and veteran teams and well-coached teams that like to grind it out. That's great training for our whole team. And a lot of people were saying in our live commentary, we should have played Kuminga. I disagree. The Sixers are a veteran team. And it just takes me back to my rec league days, men's rec league. You know, you have your guys, and maybe you have a young guy that's like, you know, the younger cousin of one of your friends that plays on your team. You throw that younger cousin in there. I don't care how talented he is. I mean, JK's a different beast, but you throw a mind that's like so young into the fray of a bunch of veterans, maybe not the best way to develop the kid, you know. So I can understand it. And again, I don't get mad about these things because I have coached teams like just men's rec league, just amateur, and it's hard to make all these decisions. It's like you can nitpick me on every little tiny substitution I made. It's like, you know, guys just have to better. But actually, there are good losses, and this is, in my opinion, a good loss. Like, we're 21-5, guys. Like, the sky is not falling. So anyways, I think the team should compile a bid with all the non-calls. That's not how change happens, but change really happens if the 30 governors on the board of governors, they get together and they say, yeah, we don't want referees, or we want referees to give stuff the benefit of the doubt, or MVPs superstars the benefit of the doubt. I just don't know that they would go for that. So I don't think those things can change. Um, at least the more veteran refs, like Tony Brothers, Eric Davis, Ed Malloy was here, but for whatever reason, Ed Malloy isn't the lead ref. I still haven't figured that one out. It's the newer refs like Kogut tonight that just aren't able to build the best rapport with players. So, at least those guys aren't staffed for the playoffs usually. It's the more veteran guys like Tony Brothers that, they get it more. So this your typical regular season game where you got a few crappy refs, and it just goes with the territory. But the refs aren't defining our season, so we're still, it's just like Steve said the other night, last week. It's the whole body of work, and overall, the weight of how good we play should really make terrible refs kind of, a little bit more insignificant in the grand scheme of things. And every team has to go through this, so it's not like there's a conspiracy against the Warriors. Please do not think that there's a conspiracy against the Warriors. The team should compile a vid to answer your question. I mean, there should be a guy on the Warriors that does that, and I'm sure they do have a guy. Like, you have to trust that Joe Lacob has it all covered. So it's not something that they're gonna make public because it looks bad. It looks like we're whining all the time. But I mean, if Joe Lacob doesn't have a guy sending in tape to the league, I mean, I would be shocked. Like, you should just trust that he does have a guy. He's not going to tell you that. He's never going to admit that because it'd be kind of weak to just do that all the time. So you just try your best and send in the tape. Yeah, so they're sending in the tape. I'm pretty sure. Of course, we'll never know unless someday I'm in a room with Joe and happen to ask him offhand, and he trusts me to not tell you guys, and I end up telling you guys. No, I'd be surprised. So anyway, would they do that after every game? Well, we got Philadelphia Flyers. They're going to play in here probably tomorrow night. Why is my finger in the way, damn it? Hold on. Ugh. So much for the pop soccer. So we have a situation here where the hockey team will play next. So. I'm actually not Filipino. I just saw that comment, but I grew up with a bunch of Filipinos, so maybe they rubbed off on me. Here we go. Why don't we give Kuminga more playing time? So basically, I kind of addressed that already. So you'll have to rewind, and you talked about that in the beginning. But the other thing is, I believe that the Warriors think that developing Kuminga by sending him down to Santa Cruz for a lot of minutes is a better way to develop a player than just having him play a few minutes here or there in a big game here. The other thing is that when you're saying replace Juan's minutes with JTA. I don't think that would be appropriate to destroy Juan's confidence. To say, hey, Juan, we don't trust you anymore. We're going to go with the rookie to a 28-year-old. That wouldn't be fair. I don't know that that's the best way to manage a team. When you have a team that has 10 or 11 or whatever it is, 13 really good players that are veterans, the 14th and 15th guys who are rookies, they get to be treated as rookies. That's just the pecking order when you come in. And that's part of the growth, that's part of the development. So you guys are, a lot of you guys are very impatient with the whole Kuminga Moody thing. And yet, I mean, don't worry about it. Like, if Juan is ineffective for X number of games in a row, if Damian is ineffective for X number of games in a row, then yeah, those two guys are likely to be the ones that lose their minutes to JK and Moody. So it's not like one game is going to equal the blueprint for the rest of the season. It just comes up. So I think you guys, if you're complaining about Kuminga, just look at the big picture. Kuminga's going to be here for years. Moody's going to be here for years. Just be patient. Like, they'll get their minutes eventually. Now, if they didn't play like this for the entire rest of the season, then yeah, you could start complaining. But I don't see that happening. Eventually, they'll get their opportunity. That's the way Steve does it. So every game, you can go, just take a look at the box score, check out the 2, 3, 4 guys that didn't play as many minutes, and then you go, why didn't Kurt play those guys? Like, so every single game, you can nitpick like that. I don't think that's the right thing to do. Like, try to have some positive vibes. Try to have, and again, I feel like I'm the Warriors therapist here. Every single loss, I gotta teach you guys the joy of the process of basketball, which Steph tries to remind you guys every single time, that he enjoys the process. Enjoy the little moments, and you know, we can't win them all. I hope I answered some of Sammy's comments right there. Because you got a lot, nitpicking a lot. Here we go again. What annoys me the most? Oh boy. When I read something like that, it's gonna blow my eyes. I mean, we're 21-5. But let me read it. Mark, what annoys me the most is when they are so close to the basket for a layup and then kick it out. Why not just get a layup? Oh yeah. I mean, Slater asked that of Steve Kerr tonight, so go look at that. Shameless plug to go check out my hard work. Steve Kerr interview post game said, here, I might as well just show you the one that I'm on right now is right here. Why not just get a layup? I mean, yeah, sure, that's valid, but then just like we are getting open shots, so it's not like those are awful shots and they're just right. We're just throwing up something that's not within the concept of the team, right? But I mean, you know me, I mean, like, I've seen so many basketball games, coached so many games myself, been a Warriors fan for so many years. I've been criticized for being an optimist, but why live your life, you know, nitpicking every tiny little thing? Like, that's why Let's Go Warriors exists. It's to show you the behind the scenes, that this team is just like that new Beatles movie. Like, not everything's gonna go great, and you just gotta embrace the whole experience. So I'm trying to show you guys all the behind the scenes so you forget about some of these losses, right? Right? It's part of the whole therapy. And if you don't want to buy into that, then go straight back to Warriors Twitter and complain like a whiny bitch. You kind of get what I'm getting at? So, Philippines. So, but not, don't take it personal, Mark. I'm not sorry. It is like you got like 100 million users on Twitter that is just negativity, complain, whine. I say there's a different way to view the world. Steph teaches that to us every single day, to have joy in everything, and I'm starting to buy into that, and I'm starting to really like life. Like, this loss doesn't affect me one bit. I'm sitting here with you guys. I'm enjoying this changeover to the Philadelphia Flyers. Like, this is like, who gets to see this, right? Here I am being a Dr. Warriors therapist at the end, but it's part of LetsGoWarriors. It's like, I mean, right over there was after the game. I saw it's on our channel with the post game tunnel. Joel was like dapping it up with Steph and probably telling him, "Hey, you weren't gonna break the record on our floor." Probably telling him that because that's what Embiid said in his post game interview, I think on ESPN, and Steph had a good laugh. So you have a good laugh after a loss, after a disappointing loss, where everyone could have shot better, could have played better. Draymond blamed himself for the 4 fouls and being in foul trouble. So he said his defensive performance was shit. That's what he said, and it changed the game. Draymond having 4 fouls really changed the game. Again, I'm lucky to have been around for a bit. Started being credentialed when the Warriors were still only winning 15 games per year. So we're blessed, man. We're blessed. We're blessed to have Steph, basically. Okay, let's just go ahead and get on with these comments, which I'm totally behind on. I know that. But we have time, and still gotta show you the rest of this arena, the bowels of Wells Fargo Center, because they have so many pictures of Barkley, Wilt probably, Julius Erving. It's like, man, Philly knows his basketball. I want to show you guys that. So, why do we think Curry is going through this slump? I don't think it's the record. Come on, bro. Of course it's the record. It's Doc Rivers saying, yo, my fellow Sixers, Joel. Say it for me, Joel. Steph Curry is not breaking the record on us. Denzel Washington voice, right? It's totally the record. It's totally the keying in on Steph and doubling him and saying, yo, you ain't breaking that record on us. You're not gonna get double-digit threes on us. And I think it's good. I said this on the Discord that we have. Some of you are new members to our Discord. Congratulations to those of you. I would certainly hope that everyone that I let in on our Discord is now watching this. Go ahead and shout yourself out on the comments if you are, but I can't think of a better way. I opened with this. I can't think of a better test to the Warriors as a whole than Steph gunning for this record and strong Eastern grinded out teams and their coaches and veteran teams like this one, Indiana, Coach Tibbs, Boston, except Boston struggled. Nick Nurse in Toronto after that. I can't think of a better way to get us tested and really prepared for the playoffs than this East Coast road trip happening right at the same time Steph is gunning for the record. I mean, it's almost like I'm really putting the silver lining on this. I know I've been accused of being too optimistic on Twitter, but I'm just reflecting what I learned from Steph, and it's almost too perfect that we would be scheduled for this East Coast road trip right when Steph is gunning for the record, and it's against these particular teams. So I think it's good news. And again, this is a good loss. It's a good loss. The Warriors look lazy tonight. I wouldn't use that term. They might be. I don't know. I just give the Sixers a lot of credit for grinding it out. And I said this in the beginning. I said this on the live commentary, but I never got a chance to answer my own question. If you were on the live commentary, I could. Do you know why? Do you know why the Warriors are struggling like this? Why do we look lazy? It's because the other team doesn't want the record broken on them. That's why. But I'm repeating myself. Curry is forcing him to settle for 3 so you can beat Allen, but important is to win the match. I mean, it's just human nature, man. It's just human nature. You're this close to the record, of course, you're going to feel a little antsy. I mean, you know me, I'm going to defend Steph to the hilt. So, I'm just not as outraged as you guys. I'm just not. I would hope most of you would be less outraged than the average, Warriors Twitter fan. Please. That's why we have the channel. Anyways, the mid-range is the most valuable shot in the playoffs. What happens if the three doesn't fall? Then we lose. I mean, we'll have Wiseman, we'll have Klay. I trust Wiseman and Klay. How's that? Mr. Omar, do you trust Klay? I do. But hey, if you want to be sky is falling, be sky is falling. But it's just not what I'm ever going to do on here because there's plenty of it. 99% of Warriors Twitter is that. And the 1% that is positive like me, they don't want to speak up because they'll get bullied on Twitter by all the negative people. So are you guys kind of... Am I having any effect on some of you guys? Let's see. JK could have been the spot. Or one of the guys could have made an open 3. I'm just not going to sit here and nitpick the coach, whether it's Coach Kerr, Coach Mark Jackson, Coach Mike Montgomery. I'm not going to nitpick them. It comes down to the players making shots and playing good. It's rarely a coaching decision, in my opinion. You guys got to go coach. I'm sure there's a school near you where they're hurting. They're hurting for coaches to help them out. Go coach them. Go coach a team. You'll be humbled real quick. All those decisions, then invite me to go watch the game that you coach, and let me nitpick your thousands of decisions and subs. Oh, why didn't little Johnny play though? Why didn't I didn't mean to use Johnny there. That's a reference to Kuminga. It's not. You didn't play little Henry. I know that's what fans are supposed to do, but I'm trying to educate you guys to be smarter fans by knowing the salary cap and not just dishing out, oh, we should trade this, trade that. We should trade Wiseman. We should trade Wiseman and get Miles Turner. That's the dumbest take the whole year. That's the dumbest take the whole year. Please copy that. Send it to Warriors Twitter. And I wasn't the only one saying that. Tim Kawakami did plenty on Twitter. I had to go through a whole bunch of negativity. I wonder if Curry didn't want to break the record over his brother. Of course that was to break the record. When are we going to credit, some of you guys feel like the 29 other teams in the NBA just suck. And they should bow down to the Warriors. That's not how it works, man. It's give some respect where respect is due, man. I tip my cap to Doc Rivers, Joel, Seth, Danny Green, man. I said this on the live commentary. Danny Green is reckless, but on the other hand, he is a pretty damn solid NBA player and tries hard. Now, I wouldn't want to be on the same court as Danny Green and I think less and less of the young players are like Danny Green, thank God. They're less like Dellavedova, less like Patrick Beverly. The league is moving more towards the Lou Dorts. I mean, you got the wings, right? Everybody wants wings, but then there's the Lou Dorts. What's the guy on Terrence Mann? So those are the new Husky defenders, and I don't mind them because they're not reckless. Like, they're athletic, they can control their body, and they're strong, and they're like Fred Warner, smaller, faster linebacker types. The NBA has some of those guys, and so I think the Danny Greens and the Dellavedovas are probably going to become extinct pretty soon. The dirty players are leaving the NBA, thank goodness. But overall, the reason why I brought that up is I just 99% of the NBA. I mean, pretty much all of them. I still respect Pat Beverly for what he brings to the table. He can be reckless. I respect Matthew Delly, so he's showing that respect. I just don't get worked up over things like, Steph purposely didn't want to break the record. No, he did. It's just that the Sixers played well. Anyways, Philip went a little crazy in the comments for it. I am currently 10 minutes behind on the comments. Oh, Philip, man. Look, Philip, when you do this, like over and over, I can't read the other ones. So then I have no choice but to put you in timeout, and then all of these disappear. I mean, you can bring the positivity and all that, but you shouldn't be spamming the whole comment section, man. That just ruins all of the good that you put in, which gets me to, you know what that brings up? So we have someone on our Discord always posting stuff, this and that, so positive, but actually never really hypes up anything that I post, which is really weird behavior. Maybe there's something personal there. Maybe I snapped at her one time, whatever. But like, she does actually contribute some good things, but then sometimes gets a little overboard. And the example I'm trying to give you is, and this is on our own private Discord, I'm not gonna block her or anything. I mean, I might later, if it keeps happening, but at some point you gotta support your teammates, i.e. me, and that's why I went out and got more Discord people, you guys, through our community page. But that's an example right here, just like Philip A. You can put all this positive stuff, but then you could do something that undermines all of that. And that's what happens just now, is that the spamming undermine all the positive stuff that you bring to the table. So you not only have to be cognizant of the positive stuff that you bring to the table, and this is life lessons, any relationship, but you also have to know that the negative stuff that you bring to the table could undermine all of that positivity that you bring. Okay, Warriors offense is in trouble. Yeah. Second worst take this year. First one being trade Wiseman for Miles Turner. Second one being the Warriors offense is in trouble. Don't take it personally. I'm just reading something that's in the comments, and it's ridiculous. Okay, if it's 3s out of 14, maybe they win. One thing you believe the Warriors could have done better tonight, Rich? Steph could have made that wide open three in the corner over there, and that would have changed the game, and Draymond could have not been in foul trouble. You happy now, Sammy? I don't know. Sammy, are you one of those that never gets happy? Like, just mad all the time. Please. If you're mad all the time, this isn't the channel for you. Let me see some positivity. If I don't see some positivity in these comments as I scroll down, then we're just gonna do the tour and that'd be it. Curry, next time share your shot to your teammate and spin back ball. What? You passed the ball? I saw it. Steph resting against Pacers, YN. I never really do predictions. I mean, whatever I say is probably not gonna happen, so I don't know. Flip a coin. Flip a coin, Francisco. Why don't you just say what you want to say, whether it's yes or no? Just you say it. I really don't know. If you look at the Steph post-game interview, it's hard to read him. It really is. So it's kind of cool how he answered it. So I have to check that out. Sure, mid-range 2, okay. I mean, to prepare us for the playoffs, I mean, look, if the next, what's 82 minus 26, whatever that is, for the next 82 minus 26 games, if we have exactly this same result, then yeah. I mean, that's Mark, that's how you're reading this game. You're like applying this game to all of the rest of the games before the playoffs. And I think that's unfair. It's unfair to everybody in the Warriors organization to do that. Look at the whole body of work. 28-5. Is Klay coming back on the 20th? No idea. I have no idea. Guess he's as good as mine. We just lost the top spot in the conference. We gotta be kind of outraged. Am I? No, 21-5. So the Suns are the top. Oh no, the Suns are at the top. No, like nobody thought that would happen. The Suns at the top mean the Warriors suck. The Suns at the top right now on, what day is it? December 12th means that the Suns are winning the championship. Fold 10 time. Francisco, okay. You guys need to stop doing all this stuff and leave the channel because I don't like your negativity. Offense is atrocious. Okay, Mr. McKay, leave the channel. Just leave. I want to see it 52 on it. I want to see it to be 51. Leave the channel. I don't want you here. You're a whiny bitch. Whiny bitches need to get off the channel. If that means there's only one person, and that's me, on this whole channel, so be it. I'm gonna be a happy person then, right? Leave the channel if you're gonna be whiny. I can't see the ball movement. Then you're blind. Looney is not the answer. We need to trade him. Bye-bye, get off the channel. I'm not giving credit to Philadelphia. Bye-bye, get off the channel. Well, I'm not happy. Bye-bye. You know what, let me do it for you. That one is so outrageous. User in timeout. Another negative one, then I'll just walk you. Be ashamed to never be able to comment on the channel. Go to Twitter, man. If you're all whiny, go to Twitter. What is going on in Damian Lee's head? I mean, Damian Lee is like the 13th, 14th guy on a team, right? Let's take a look at 13th, 14th guys on every team. Let's look at the Sixers. So let's go to, here's how I do it, bkref.com. Seth Curry. Seth Curry's on the Sixers. Let's look him up. Go to Seth Curry right here. I click on the roster of Philly. Here. Here's the roster of Philly. Let's look at their 13, 14, 15 players. Isaiah Joe, shooting guard. Isaiah Joe. Let's look at his stats. So I'm looking at the Sixers equivalent of Damian Lee. Isaiah Joe. Isaiah Joe. On November 16th, you went 3 for 11, 1 for 8 from threes. Yo, man, what's going on with you? The improvement of the Sixers roster and your setbacks is really exposing your weaknesses. Can't blow by any defender, not applying enough pressure defensively. Damian Lee is doing those things because he's the 13th, 14th, or 15th player. Now, if you weren't that, then he wouldn't be on the team. We have another guy like Isaiah Joe doing exactly that. So he's doing that because it's Damian Lee. Now, he can still win a game in Chicago last year. He can still get on a hot streak. Him getting injured, followed by Seidel being pregnant, those combined to maybe put him in a little slump. That's hard to get out of. Kind of like how Wiseman didn't take the test at the All-Star weekend and then got injured, and then all of a sudden his whole season went downhill, and then everybody's saying Wiseman sucks just based on that. Shit happens in the NBA. So Damian Lee's doing that because it's Damian Lee. It's like every 13, 14 player in the NBA is going to be inconsistent like that and fall into slumps. Sammy, all right, Rich, I think I misread. You didn't misread anything, man. Sammy, if you want to vent like you're venting, go to Warriors Twitter. There's tons of you on there. You come here, I show you the arena, I give you the positive vibes, and we forget about the loss. We go home happy. I mean, not 100% happy, but generally speaking, we don't hate life. You and the rest of Twitter, you go home and you hate life. So you go do what you want to do, but it's probably not on this channel. Now, if you want to stay and me show you, give you a tour of this arena, I mean, that's fine. Just don't be all negative in the comments. Wow, we have a positive comment. They did a pretty good job on Embiid. Wow, that's the first positive comment in like 8 minutes over there. I didn't get a chance to check the Philadelphia popcorn. Man, next time I will. Yeah, look at Underdog Rising. I mean, that's putting it in perspective. Remember what Juan said? Juan said you got to have perspective. I mean, this is really just, it just comes down to, I don't mean to make any like personal judgments. I'm here to really like be your therapist and show you all the ways that made me enjoy the process of winning and losing. And I learned a lot of it from Stephen Curry. But this kind of stuff, like, I'm having the time of my life right now. None of you can bring me down. I think some of you share my views, but some of you obviously in the comments haven't, so, you know, there's a place to wallow in the mire, as Shorty on ATCQ, Tribe Called Quest, once said. No, it wasn't him. It was the other guy. Man, I can't remember his name. The guy who sang a Vibrant thing on A Tribe Called Quest. If you're gonna wallow in the mire, you go to Twitter. Wallow in the mire. How much longer can I stay in the arena? As long as I want, actually. So let's go in, since we're at the end of the comments, we're gonna go check things out. I actually have not tried the Philly cheesesteak, but my guy Chris Alvarez, another really positive guy, he has. Chris Alvarez of ABC7 News Bay Area. He went and got Philly cheesesteak at a really good place. However, I have not. Why? Because I don't eat red meat anymore. Oh, I almost slipped. Look at that ice. That's sick. I'm trying to maintain good BMI, body mass index, and stay away from the fried foods. To be honest with you, lots of times it's hard to digest that stuff personally. So I'm going to catch up to your comments later. Oops, lost you. Hope I don't disconnect. But I found some popcorn, Mark. Did this live just get live or what? Found me some popcorn. Wouldn't be surprised if Steph was at this earlier. Hold on. Oh my God. This is fantastic. This is yes. I am getting the popcorn as we speak. Oh, popcorn, Philly popcorn. Oh my God. Too bad I'm not a crazy about salad. Yeah, that's good. Get a little watermelon. Okay, so all I had is salad. Too bad. I had cauliflower steak, Brussels sprouts, got it from Del Frisco's. Yeah. Anyways, let's continue our tour. Man, where did I'm lost. I'm completely lost. I thought there was a hallway. Yeah, I think it was here. Nope, that's not it. Well, my bad. I know. If I go walk all the way around, I know that there's a really nice hallway the other way, so I might as well just give you guys a tour. Philadelphia Flyers. Can't wait to have this popcorn, Mark. Appreciate you pointing that out. I'm starving. I do have a meal waiting for me at the Airbnb. Staying at. Oh, this is cool. Look at this schedule of things to do. Game operations. Someone just posted on our Discord something about Kuminga moody, so I'm gonna have to play the therapist again, like Don't worry about it, guys. Moody's going to be on the team for a long time. I can already see it, man. 2024. Moody is like a sixth man, you know. Andre's already retired. Let's see. Kuminga's like probably a starter. You know, there's a lot to look forward to in 2024. There's no hurry. Okay. So we are about to go into the catering hallway. There's this really good nostalgia here, guys. Really cool stuff. Oh, AI. Dr. J. See, everyone on Twitter right now that's a Warriors fan is complaining. What are we doing? Let's Go Warriors. We're looking at Charles Barkley. And Mike Myers. Just kidding. Oh man, that's it. Well, this is where we had the interviews, which is here. And this is the media room. Slater, Nick Friedel, Moses. Oh man, look at that. Straight out of high school. Oh my goodness. Dr. J was in GQ? Whew. Oh, no. Oh, this is a recent one. Look. Tom Brady? Tim Lincecum? So, this is not actually an old one. Eric Lindros. Ooh, Philly Inquirer. Look at that. I mean, back in the day, that was the best photo that they could get, you know? A black and white of Dr. J and Mo Cheeks. That was the one cover photo that they could get. Nowadays, you got guys like me. If you recall, if you were with me in Cleveland, 2018, Cleveland Game 5. That's what I did. So that about ends the tour, folks. Time to catch up on the comments. Who's still with me? Oh wow, 60. We added a couple people. Okay. Should have stayed in that room. Okay, where are we?
Whoever was under the meat the other day. Yeah. You cannot be smart. You.
I mean, prioritize winning the game versus breaking the record. I mean, the Sixers were extra focused. They were extra locked in because of the record. So, you know, it's kind of like, it's the other way around, you know? I'm looking at, oh, you're saying Curry's mind is confused? Curry's mind is confused. You guys, some of you guys are really throwing shade at Steph for these last two games. I mean, yeah, against the Blazers, like the Blazers are totally decimated and we're going to win the game, you know, just based off our talent. Why not try and see if you're, you know, do a few heat checks? I mean, hey, you guys, Steph hasn't done enough for you guys, for you to give him free passes left and right. I can't believe it. Like, again, not a good fit for this channel because we're all about stuff. Been all about stuff since 2013. Again, I've said this before, but you can look at that. There's receipts. There's receipts. When everybody was on LeBron's jock I was the one that said, man, I'm going with Steph. All in. We just lost to the Spurs. I said, I'm going with Steph. Everybody was on LeBron's jock because he was with the Miami Heat. You know, that was the hottest thing back in the day. Even freaking Warriors Twitter. They said I was ridiculous. Was I? You know, when you support a team, it's all in. When you support a player, it's all in. You got to be like 18th man on the team. I keep saying that. Yep, Aaron. My bad, Aaron. I owe Aaron like 14 texts and 2 Zoom calls or something. So, sorry about that. It's been tough. It's been tough. Soon, though, I promise you. I mean, I'm the one that is actually losing out on you, Aaron, because I need you on those video updates, and I just haven't gotten around to it. It's hard to train people on that. It's hard to find time for that because it takes so much energy. But anyways, thanks for your patience. That's another thing with Aaron. Like, no complaining. Comes on here, doesn't even mention the fact that I haven't gotten back to him. Being supportive, man, that's the type of teammate that you want, right? To me, Aaron gets it. Anyways, do you think we should be worried that Steph has been having off nights lately? No, not at all. He's the greatest of all time. You don't worry about the greatest of all time. I'd worry if there was an injury. I don't think there's an injury, right? Nets are good. I mean, okay, Chris. Chris doesn't have Let's Go Nets to go post on, so all good. Can the Sixers be the ones to? Oh, the way they played tonight. If every team they played from here on out had a guy like Steph gunning for some record, then you better be careful, because then maybe they can topple the Bucks that way. But it's funny. I was sitting next to Bill Campbell, longtime Sixers color guy, and he was saying, "Man, we need Ben to play because we got no chance without Ben." So that's the way he put it, and he watches the team every single day. But he thought just that Ben was poorly represented, and I was like, that's what you get with LeBron's people. Like, they got an extra set of egos to deal with. So probably did not negotiate that correctly. And so Ben Simmons not going to play for the Sixers anymore, and you just wonder who's going to get traded for. Apparently it's not Damian Lillard. I think that would be great for Dame to come here. Perfect piece for the Sixers. But the latest report was that Portland wasn't interested in trading Lillard. I mean, there's a 5% chance that that's just posturing to drive up his value, but I don't know. We need Klay. That word, that 4-letter word, need. Do we though? Like, I mean, we're gonna get him, so that's great. But like, you really think we can't win a championship even without him? Like, 21-5, we could beat the Suns in 7 games. We could beat the Bucks in 7 games. Brandon Bowling, yeah, you gotta, Brandon, you gotta just send me another email so I don't forget, Brandon. I thought I got back to you on that, but anyways, maybe some problem with Discord. Discord isn't the most perfect app. They still need to work on some things, especially that invite link. It doesn't work all the time. Okay. It's genuine worry from some of us, but I get how it might come off as shade. Of course, Curry gets free passes. Yeah, cool. We need to win these close games. I mean, in game 26, I mean, I don't know. Again, I don't think we need anything. Like, we have Steph Curry. We have the best culture in the NBA. We have the best arena in the NBA. It's a cash cow. It's a golden goose. We have an owner who has positioned the franchise to be at a competitive advantage for being in the luxury tax, roster manipulation, salary tax type stuff, salary cap type stuff. We're in an advantage. So again, I'm trying to show you a different way to enjoy this team. So I'm different. I'm just different. Technically, I didn't actually predict he would break it in Indiana. I said I would prefer if he broke it in Indiana, but then again, flip a coin, is he even going to play? Don't know if he's going to play. Flip a coin. Who are your top 5 players of all time? I'll get back to that. I'm trying to get hired by the Golden State Warriors. Oh, man. I don't know. I certainly can't help you with getting a job with the Warriors, because I don't know anybody in a hiring manager position. I don't know. I think just keep trying, and depends on what you're looking for. I mean, if it's I don't know how to get jobs these days. Top 5 players of all time, but I already gave the top 2 in many previous discussions. I said that maybe it was time for me to consider, if I was stuck on a deserted island and I was only able to have watch one guy or have the highlights of one guy until I died on that deserted island, who would it be? I used to think it would be Michael Jordan, and watching every game over as I got stuck on the deserted island. Now I'm thinking it's Steph. So for Steph to surpass my own very own idol, that says a lot. So those are my top 2. After that, I don't know. I'm not clear on the Discord thing. Are the invites already sent or what? Well, there's no real process for it. If we connected by email, then I need to see some proof of PVO, positive vibes only. Need to see proof of that. Do I work directly for the Warriors, or do you work for the NBA? Work for myself. That's why I do everything on YouTube, because YouTube created an infrastructure where I could get paid. Not much, but it's something. Better than nothing, which is better than Twitter, better than Instagram, better than... I know some DJs making money on Twitch. I don't know how to do that. But see, on Twitch, I don't think there's... they haven't figured out how to work with the music industry yet. So once the music industry decides to attack Twitch, look out, Twitch. Other free platforms, I just don't waste my time on, because thanks to you guys, YouTube has a way of compensating me for all the stuff that I do. So it's a good fit. So stay on YouTube and encourage everybody to get off Twitter and come on to YouTube. Also Instagram. Get off Instagram, come to YouTube. All right. Who would be a better fit with Steph, Wiseman, or Looney? Looney sets better picks. Wiseman's a bigger presence. On a night like Joel Embiid, on a night like DeAndre Ayton, Jonas Valanciunas, then I'd want Wiseman to start against them. I think it's better fit.
just size-wise. How were you able to attend practice? Because I have a season credential with the Warriors, which I had a lot of sacrifice. Had to live near the poverty line for a few years, which is kind of scary. Now, look, I did have family backing me up, but still, it's still, you know, tough to do. I don't know that there's a blueprint for this. Will you be in the Bay Area on the 20th? Yes. I will say, glad to see Iggy. Yeah. And dunking was nice. Yeah. He even dunked yesterday in the practice. If you saw the video. Yeah, how come you guys keep calling him Iggy? You know he doesn't like that. None of the teammates, none of the Warriors call him Iggy in any of the interviews. If you noticed. So anyways, it's Andre. All right, I've been on for more than 60 minutes. I appreciate you guys jumping on. Hey, this is just the start of the road trip. There's I'm gonna try and do a Philly sights and sounds. There's practice tomorrow, still in Philly, 2 o'clock Eastern time, 11 a.m. Pacific. So I'll try and go live from there, and we'll get back on this and not worry about wins and losses again, at least tomorrow. We don't have to worry about that. Then we'll see. We'll see if stuff plays in Indiana. I have no idea if you will. I don't think they'll give any clues tomorrow. And that's it for me from here. It's 1:42 a.m. from here, but I'm on Pacific time, so this is nothing. I could go till 3 or later. So thanks, everybody. And I will hopefully go live from the practice site today really, 12 hours from now. And then we still got Indiana, we still got New York, we still got Boston. And in New York, we have 2 days off in New York, so there's 2 days possibly of stuff to do in New York too, so that should be fun. All right. Thanks, guys. Sorry to beat you over the head with the positivity, but that's what I do, and I can't apologize for that because everywhere else is just negativity. I don't even want to know what's going on Warriors Twitter right now. So this is the one place, and you get that shit sanctuary. All right, so that's what I'm trying to do here. So thanks for understanding that. Take care.